Welcome to this interview/podcast. So, Impact Radio was gracious enough to invite us onto their podcast because on the station at the moment we are running a campaign based on it's tax season, so everyone is getting ready with their provisional tax, and Rhythm of Hope is a public benefit organization, which means people can deduct the donations that they make towards Rhythm of Hope. They can deduct it from tax, and this year we're actually taking a bold step, and we're trusting God for 56 individuals. We already have 4, which I'm very excited about, but 56 individuals for the 56 students at Vuyo Hope, which is like Michle when she was there. And we're trusting we're trusting that they would commit to 470 Rand a month, which gives them ballet or dance twice a week, and dance attire, and the exam opportunities that Michle has had, and also participation in our show. And then we want to invite those individuals to come and watch the show and see the fruit of their investment. And then specifically, so Vuyo here is Michle, one of our Rhythm of Hope bursary students. We call them our Hope Girls. Michle is in grade 10, and this is her mom, Vuyo. And so we are also trusting for 4 businesses, because we have 4 Hope Girls, so 4 businesses to take hands with us, and we're actually trusting for 6,830 Rand, which sounds a lot, but I think after today, we want people to see, because I remember we had a conversation in the kitchen, and I was like, I so wish people could eavesdrop on it, just to see the ripple effect that this can have in a family and in a community. And so that's what this interview will be about. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It is wonderful to have you here. So let's get started. Vuyo, you have several children, and they've all grown up in the same home. Some of them are your own, and some of them are some of your in-laws' family and things like that. But how is the path that Michle, who is now in grade 10, how is it looking different to those of her cousins maybe, or of other students that are similar in age, high school? How is it looking different?
Remember, kids that are coming from Mamelodi, they don't get to have the same opportunity that Michle has, in a way of there's no ballet there. There's actually nothing that they can do, because when they come back from school, they just come back and play around the streets. And some of the kids at Michle's age, some of them have babies by now. It's just that tough. So with Michle is too different in a way that when she comes back from school, it's ballet, it's homeworks. She doesn't have time to go to the streets. She's off the streets because of ballet. So I'm so grateful for that, because if it wasn't for her being in Rhythm of Hope, it was going to be another story. Sure. Maybe she was going to be part of those kids who have no understanding.
Yeah, and I think you were telling me about even some girls who went out and they got murdered. Or
yes,
there's just,
I showed you the story. So yeah.
So is she not part of that party scene so much?
No,
because she's very
not,
busy.
Because she's very busy. She's always tired. She comes back. It's a Monday to Monday thing for her, and she loves it. She enjoys it, because I think it's only it's because of she started at a young age. So
at Vuyo Hope.
Yeah, she started at Vuyo Hope, and for us it was like we didn't take it serious, because remember, we don't understand ballet. We don't even know ballet in our areas.
Okay.
So she forced. So I'm always grateful for the opportunity, because she forced herself into it until today. Because now we are like, yo, thank God. What if we'd said no on those when she was coming home late because of ballet? Sure. So yeah.
So we often talk about drive and purpose, and I think that's a little bit what you explained. She is focused on something. She doesn't have a lot of time on hands. But can you think of one specific moment where Michle's drive in action? Maybe it was her waking up early to practice, or it's the way that she handles her homework. How can you see Michle's drive?
I would say, like Mihle, I would mention again that the way she loves ballet, even in the house when she's busy, she's always, if as I always tell you that my mom would made a space for her in the kitchen, because whenever she's cooking or doing her house chores, she'll be dancing, and she'll be, while there's homework in the table. So she loves ballet with all of her heart.
Okay, so you saw her practicing a lot.
A
And
lot.
then I think what I was wondering is, do you have to ask her, come Mihle, it's time for your homework.
No,
Come Mihle,
not at all.
do you remember you have
She-
this tomorrow?
I feel like she's this thing is, it's in her blood, in a way that when she comes to school, she just knows that I have to go to my room, do my homework, come back and do whatever that I'm doing, practice. It's nothing. I don't remember a day asking her, like, do this, don't do this. With the other kids in the house, I always have to follow them around. She just knows that I have to wash my ballet things, prepare for tomorrow. Like, she's focused.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. That's the word. She's focused in everything that she does.
Sure. So as a mother, what is the biggest fear you have for children in your community who don't have opportunities like this, and how has this bursary removed some of that fear for you with regards to Mihle?
The fear is her getting pregnant at the youngest age.
So is that common? Is it common, girls her age
Yeah.
in South Africa?
Yes. I know of one who is now staying with a boyfriend because she's still young.
Sure.
But then with Mihle, she was I think pure hope and rhythm of hope. I would say that, because if it wasn't for her being busy, of course she was going to find something that will make her busy out there. So I feel like the other girls out there, it's because of they have nothing that keeps them busy. That's why they go to the streets and get wrong ideas and do wrong things there. It's because of they don't get tired. There's nothing that makes them busy. So with Mihle, it's because of its dance, its schoolwork. She just doesn't have time at all. So yeah.
I want to ask this. So from what I see, I don't want to put Mamelodi in a bad light as well. From what I see is in our program that the children actually have quite a bit of house chores and things to do. So there is that sense of responsibility. But is it really that despite that, children are allowed to play in the streets and they just do what they want? And is that still very common? Because it seems like the children often, they do have a lot of chores and things that they learn at home. I think in comparison to my culture, it isn't always, we don't expect as much from our kids in terms of work around the house. I don't want to generalize, but I wanted to just check that with you.
Yeah, I would say there are house chores everywhere, every household. Even in my house, Mihle knows that she has to do this, and then after. But because of I understand her situation with the ballet, her coming home. Sometimes she would come home, go straight to the bed and sleep. So, but she knows that there are things that she has to do just so that they can be equal with the others. But then, because of others, they don't have anything else to do. They would go out there or dodge and go to the streets, because that's where they do all these things.
And the parents are probably out working.
Yeah, sometimes, a mother is at work. She doesn't, no mother wants a child to go and play at the streets. Hence, I was telling you this other time that some of my friends would say, we want our daughters to be like your daughter, because they see the way she's behaving. Because of Rhythm of Hope, of course. Because I know for a fact that maybe if she had a chance, she was going to do all these things that the other girls are doing. It's just that she's busy.
So quickly tell me, really, is there not a lot of extramurals in your area for kids to
No.
participate in. So in general, the schools in our country don't have a lot of extracurricular activities.
No, they don't.
Okay. That's also something that I wasn't quite aware of. So it would actually be good if we could take some ballet to Mamelodi. If
Exactly.
Michle qualifies and she can open a studio there. Okay. So I can imagine that when you're listening to this, to a business, 80,000 Rand a year or 6,000 Rand a month on a corporate social investment can be a big line item. But as a mom, besides school fees, what is that money actually buying when that investment is into a high school student and it's ballet? How has that affected her in your house? How has that affected her besides just keeping her busy? How has it changed or shaped Michle?
Okay. Michle, she's a princess. She's the princess of the house, I could say. She's different in a way that there are times where she would sit the others, like even me, there's times where I would say something wrong and then she would say, no, mommy, we don't say it like that. No, God would punish you. Like, there's so much, she understands God. There's so much, I sometimes feel like I would always say she's a special child in a way that she has a beautiful relationship with God, and she empathizes with others. She what can I
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, she is such a princess, man, Talita, in a way that she has so much respect.
Yeah.
I feel like the other thing that the ballet shaped her into being a better person. She has so much respect, and she's so different in the house, even in our family. She just has this.
She carries herself differently.
Yeah. She's different.
So I'm interested. Would you, let's say your friends, would you encourage them? Because obviously ballet isn't. Would you encourage them to let their girls do ballet?
Definitely.
Why?
Definitely, because as I said, that Michle is such a queen in her own way. Because she. The other thing that I've noticed about her is that she respects God. She whatever that she does, she would always invite God. And as I said, that sometimes we feel like she's older than us in the house because of how she speaks. You would even forget that she's the youngest in the family, but she would give you that advice that you'd be like, wait, is this coming from?
So she's a leader.
Yeah,
actually.
she is some. Yeah,
she carries herself like a leader.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So Rhythm of Hope has shaped her in that way, I would say.
Yeah, probably, and Pure Hope and the school, but the opportunities that she was given and exposed to. So, what many people don't know is you have since joined our team, and you're helping us with some admin, but it hasn't always been that way. So Rhythm of Hope didn't just invest in your daughter, they invested in you. Can you tell us about the computer literacy training and the gift box project, and how did that change your own sense of possibility, what you believe is possible?
I would always say that the opportunities that have been given to me, I feel like I don't deserve them in a way, but I thank God for everything. And also with Joy is
a gift box.
It's a gift box company that it also helped us with the Bazari Mummies. It also helped us to get to know each other, because it's so very nice there. Whenever we meet, African women have problems in their households. So whenever we meet, it's us advising each other, praying together. And whenever you go, it's not just packing boxes, it's also us growing each other mentally as mothers, also with our kids, because you find out your daughter is going through something like this and the other mommy has, then we give each other according to our understanding. We are helping each other to grow and helping our children to grow again in a good manner.
Yeah, you know why we started doing that is I saw that if we didn't bring the families along on this journey, then the girls tend to not want to be part of their families anymore. And I was like, no, our heart is family. And so it's so beautiful for me to hear you say that. And now that you have actually joined our team, so now the team that works with the girls, the team that manages the finances, all of that stuff, how have you experienced Rhythm of Hope's culture?
Oh, it's God. It's God. Corner to corner, it's God. Rhythm of Hope, it's for me, like, I felt like, yeah, it's just a silver plate coming just straight to my face out of nowhere. And it's also making me close to my daughter. It's also making me understand. There's so many things that I didn't understand about ballet. Trust me, after it's been how many years?
10
years now. Mihle has been there, but I'm now starting to understand where the love, the comfort. There's no way that you'll go there and come back empty.
Sure.
It's all, you come back. You can go there caring. Even the smallest meetings, we always have this prayful moments. Then you feel like, yeah, this prayer was just directed to me, but in a way that you are not aware.
And I can honestly tell you, I think we got to that point when we started with the bursary program, because until then we had enough funds, we like everything. And then when the bursary program happened, when Vuyo Hope didn't have a high school department anymore, we learned to start trusting God in just for provision. But then further on, we started learning that He actually wants to help us in every single detail of the business, in every single handling of a situation or a conflict and I think I'm so glad to hear that rubs off a little bit on the students because your Rhythm of Hope wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for God. Okay, so I also want to know, how does seeing you learn new skills? Because I mean, you've been this woman is grateful for every opportunity, and she's humble, teachable, up for a challenge. So she has been doing a Google literacy course, basically, to help her type and to help her master, because we use Google quite a bit. But how has it affected your children seeing you try this new thing at an older age?
Yeah, they are very excited. They are very excited, and also they are helping me where they can as well. But then it's one of the best opportunity, because I never even thought of that.
You didn't see yourself as someone like that.
I was like, hi, because sometimes you like, let me leave this opportunity for the kids, because now they are here. Why am I doing that? But then I'm so grateful and excited about this journey, because wow.
So if we were not just talking about your daughter, about Mihle, but we were speaking about, let's say, 100 other kids in Mamelodi, I want to know from someone who lives there, or a place like Mamelodi, because our hope and dream is to make dance more accessible and possible, like formal dance like Mihle has been exposed to in more countries in Africa. Like in Eswatini, there are 2 dance studios. So, and everywhere we go, when we expose children to dance, they love it. They love it. But I want you to think, just imagine with me, if 100 children in your community had the same opportunity, what would our communities look like in 10 years?
Mamelodi,
Mm.
where I'm coming from, Dalita, you have no idea. I think it was going to be peaceful.
Mm.
I can imagine kids coming from home, rushing to their house to change and go to maybe a hall or wherever it
A
was going to
church
be.
or a
Yeah,
school.
they go, they pray first, they do ballet. It was going to be very, very peacefully.
Mm.
Just this morning, I was telling you about a daughter who was raped.
Mm.
And she's only 12 years old. So can you imagine if that child was on ballet and then she went to school and came back and went to ballet? She's not even exposed to such.
So it's safe.
Yeah, it was going to be safe haven for everyone there.
And you said to me that they dance in the streets, like
Yeah,
they walk with these big boom boxes. But maybe if that dance, because for us also we want to teach kids and we want to teach people that dance can be used in different ways. I know when I went to Bethel School of Worship, we did prophetic dance and they did flash mobs on the street. And so using dance as a purpose, using dance as a way to worship God, yeah, it could have really transformative power in that sense.
I can even see it now.
Ne?
Yeah, it was going to be, even the parents were going to be very happy.
Yeah.
No parents want her daughter to be running around the streets at night. We need such things in Mamelodi where you can have someone who can just take all of those kids in one place and engage them and tell them about God. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to know, do you think that this dance bursary, because we tell them that it's actually a leadership, we do leadership development. So I want to know, do you think this dance bursary is actually a leadership bursary for the future of South Africa?
It is. I've seen those girls one by one, one on one, and I see leadership in them already because they just know what to. They even lead each other because remember, others are in grade 12, others by the grades. You can see whenever the grade 12 one speaking to grade 10, you can see that they listen because the leadership is there.
And that also actually came from an emergency situation where we realized that if we keep the girls in Plastic View, which is a very informal settlement, that their academics, it's unfair to expect that of them. So part of the 6,800 Rand is lodging, and these girls now stay together a little bit closer to school, with Elsie's mom heading the whole household up. But we've just seen it's such a beautiful sisterhood that develops, and the older ones mentor the younger ones, and they drag them to church, and which is something we didn't intentionally see happening, but it was also a door that got opened when we prayed.
Exactly.
So if you are a CEO or a corporate social investment manager, I hope that you saw today that this 80,000 Rand tax benefit is way more than just giving someone a crown on their head, a tiara, to point shoes, but that it actually is giving them access to a sisterhood, an influence, a leadership development opportunity that will not only change their lives, but has the potential, if we actually, like Portia who's studying now, if we are able to complete the whole program, to place them then back in communities like this, to change so many more communities actually. And we use it, like you heard, we use it to bring the gospel, to invigorate a relationship with God, because that's what it's for. I saw a WhatsApp image that said, Jesus is the whole point, and they had like a point shoe. But for us, Jesus is the whole point. So if you are a company that is focused, has a kingdom focus, and you have to pay tax, please consider this line item in your budget, which I hope today you saw is much more than just a line item. Thank you so much, Vuyo, for your time and for sharing from your circumstance and your community. It was lovely hearing your story.
Thank you for having me, Talita.